false election stories from hoax sites.
Americans are creating fake accounts and pages on Facebook, Twitter, and other social media sites.
Anyone who has a phone or a computer can publish information and act like a journalist.
We can have no democratic discourse without a shared basis of facts.
Enemy of the people. All of that kind of rhetoric really does stir emotion.
Next thing I know, I'm being body slammed.
The Time Warner Center evacuated as the bomb squad moved in.
This clearly is an act of terror, attempting to undermine our free press.
The murder of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
Khashoggi was interrogated, tortured, and murdered.
We now know the number to be 5 killed, all of them journalists.
Guy was holding what looked like a big shotgun and moving across the entrance of the Capitol Gazette office, pointing the gun deeper into the office, like he was targeting people.
This was the first natural disaster I've covered as a mother. I was kind of preparing as a journalist to make sure I had everything I needed, and preparing as a mom to make sure my kids would be okay. I just felt like I had to be out there. I had to be out there reporting what was happening. I had to be getting the facts.
Where are the shelters? What services are being provided? How do you get rescued if you're now in your home?
This place needs clothes for children. This place needs, medical supplies.
When they're telling you that the information that you provided was critical for them, and that they wouldn't have got that information anyplace else, it made, going 50 hours without hardly any sleep worth it.
There's a fire, we run toward the fire. There's an explosion, you go toward the explosion. There's a hurricane, you go to the eye of the hurricane.
I was listening to the audio in an upstairs bedroom just so that I could have quiet, and I just remember a feeling of feeling physically ill.
I was actually visiting my mother in Maryland and driving down I-95, got a call from a source who said, "There's a tape out there." And the tape was recorded inside a Border Patrol detention facility. And the person who made this tape would like to give it to someone that they can trust.
The very reason that Ginger is the person, it's not luck and it's not chance that she was the person to get the audio. It's because she has had a very long track record of working very well with sources.
I put it on our car stereo, my significant other and I, and the tape began to play in the car, and I looked at him and he had tears in his eyes, and I was just, I couldn't believe it.
There's just something undeniable and human and universal about listening to that. I still get emotional when I talk about it because when you hear those cries, you hear your own kids.
It was suddenly being played on the House floor, it was in the White House briefing room, the tape was just everywhere. And then a week later, a federal court ruled against the zero tolerance policy and ordered the administration to both stop separating children and to reunify the 2,648 children who had been separated from their parents. Society needs a place where they can go and feel that they can rely on getting the truth.
We have an independent voice that can step up and challenge authority and ask those questions that people want to know the answers to but may not be in a position to ask.
What journalists do is important. What Poynter does for journalists is invaluable.
It's just so hard to separate who I am as a reporter from what Poynter has done for me.
Poynter is almost the only place in the world that spends so much time training, researching, and informing journalists and people who look at journalism as a trade.
Our mission at its core is to help journalists anywhere, everywhere, at any time.
Supporting teaching institutions like Poynter, you can have an impact. You know, by changing the journalists, you can change the world.
Democracy needs journalism.
Democracy needs journalism.
Democracy needs journalism.
Journalism needs Poynter.